And now I'm joined by former Mountain Pointe shortstop Carson Tucker. He's also committed to the University of Texas. Carson, how have the last 4 years at Mountain Pointe been for you?
Yeah, I mean, the last 4 years have been pretty special, obviously, with my brothers going there, and I kinda knew, like, the kinda guess what goes on at Mountain Point. I knew the principal that was there, and, I mean, honestly, like, joining that baseball program and, like, this the school really meant a lot because I've always looked up to my brothers while they were there, and the baseball program is obviously successful with all the good baseball players that come out of there, so it was definitely special being a part of that program and that school.
Now, you mentioned your brother, Cole Tucker, is in the big leagues, and he's also home right now because of coronavirus and the pandemic. What have you been able to kind of, in the last few months, take advice from him while he's home, while you prep for whether it's going to be the draft or whether it's going to be going to play at Texas? What have you guys been able to do during this time?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I get to work with him and like baseball side of it and like working out and stuff. But like with the draft and stuff like that, he's also been a really big help, especially with my family because they've been through it, obviously, because with Cole. So I mean, obviously having kind of like a heads up, I guess you can say, going through this process really helps, and I don't take it for granted. I use it to my advantage over the other guys, so it's definitely something I'm thankful for.
What's been the most surprising part of this whole MLB draft?
Um, I guess just how much teams like try to get to know you and just different stuff they want to know about you, like especially like the psychology kind of side of it, like the people they have with them and the questions they ask and just stuff like that. They want to go deep down and like kind of in your background and want to know your family as much as possible, obviously, because they want to know who you are in case they want to take you. So I mean that's probably kind of the main one, I guess you can say.
What's been the best advice? Maybe your brother has told you because he's been through this, or maybe it's your parents because they saw your brother go through it. What's been the best advice through all of this?
Kind of just be myself. You don't wanna like try to become or try to act like someone else. They want to know who you really are, so they know like once you're in the organization, they know who they're working with and who they're gonna potentially have on their big league roster. So I mean, I guess it's just staying true to yourself and being honest with the guys and just trying to be in yourself as much as possible.
Over the last 4 years at Mountain Point, what have you learned about yourself the most that you're now going to take into this next season of your life?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like helping others, like especially on the baseball side, I guess, because like obviously, I guess because I'm committed and I'm in the situation with the draft and stuff. Like kids obviously look up to me, and I don't try to like big time them or anything. Like I'm one of them. They're also they all have the same dreams, like just like I do. They all want to go play D1 or go professional and all that. So I think just helping out others and just like kind of spreading my wisdom and kind of showing them my work ethic just on the baseball side and just on life, I guess, in general. So, I mean, I think I just like helping other guys and trying to, help them reach their goals just like I had, like, with resources like my brother and his friends and stuff like that. So I just want to be as helpful as possible for them through their processes and stuff like that.
What's it like? Your name is being thrown around with the MLB draft, but also names like Spencer Torkelson, who is right here in our backyard at ASU,
Mhm.
amongst six other ASU players that could go. What's that like knowing they're right here as well? You've maybe watched them, and your name, high school, Carson Tucker, is being thrown around with them. What's that like?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely special. I've been to a few of their games. Like, they're obviously really good players, or else they wouldn't be here. So, I mean, it's pretty special being thrown around like with my name in that kind of group. So, it definitely means a lot. It motivates me even more. Just try to be better than. Obviously, they probably have the same goal too, try to be the best they can be. So, I mean, it's pretty special, especially coming from the same state, like out of Arizona. It's pretty cool. Kind of like getting our names on the map and Arizona on the map, stuff like that.
Who would you say you mimic your game after if you could pick a player?
Um, I mean, there's a bunch of different guys to look at, but I guess you can say Fernando Tatis. People say I kind of look like him, like body wise and play style wise. So I guess he's probably the one. But I mean, I get different stuff from other guys, like hitting with Cody Bellinger, my brother, and Kingery and all them. So I mean, I get a bunch of different stuff from different big leaguers and stuff like that. But I mean, I guess Tatis is probably the main one.
Other local, I mean, Bellinger, right from Hamilton, right there. So is that someone you've grown up with as well, and you kind of have a relationship there?
Yeah, yeah, we're really close. I've known him since I was in middle school because him and my brother were on the same summer scout team. So, and they've always grown up playing with each other. So, and Scott Kieran went to Mountain Point, so I've known them since I was a little guy. So, I mean, obviously having them as resources also and help too, and kind of picking their brains a little bit and see how they go about their stuff in baseball and life in general too.
Have you thought about that moment if your name is called for the MLB draft? Have you thought about that moment and what it's going to be like?
Yeah, I mean, I've dreamt about it since I was little, obviously, because then seeing my brother, it kind of motivated me also. So obviously seeing him go through it and other guys that I personally know go through it, I definitely think about it a lot and dream about it. I like to visualize a lot. So, I mean, I know it'll be definitely a bunch of emotions and a special moment when I hear my name called. So, yeah.
Now, I saw the interview you did for MLB Network,
Mhm.
and that's a national. Is that your first
Yeah.
national interview? What was that like, being able to watch yourself back and it's going through the whole nation?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was probably the biggest one. I mean, it's pretty special. I've done a couple interviews with them, like back in the high school All-Star game, but that was pretty special. Especially getting to do with my brother. It was pretty cool, and then putting it out there, and it's all over the world pretty much. It's pretty special.
Mountain Point head coach Matt Denny. What can you say about him? What does he mean to you?
Yeah, I wouldn't be here without him. I mean, coming in as a freshman, his first year at Mount Point was my freshman year, so he kind of took me under his wing, like as a freshman, put me on varsity, trusted me. So that really meant a lot to me and him. Me and him became really close friends. So he's definitely helped a lot on this way throughout, with the colleges and even pro ball and stuff like that, and developing me as a player. He's definitely one of the guys that's helped me get here for sure. He's a pretty special guy to me.
Now, your advice to the underclassmen that are going to want to be in your shoes, whether it's going the MLB draft or committing to college, what's your advice to them?
Yeah, I mean, just go with whatever fits you. I mean, everyone has different routes, and just be you. I mean, whether you go the college route or even JUCO or straight out of high school into pro ball, I mean, just go whatever best fits for you, and just trust that and trust yourself because you're there for a reason. You're good enough to wherever you go. So just know that you're there for a reason.